Yo, how's it going, guys and girls? My name's Chris and welcome to my channel, CSM Investing. Today we're going to be talking about ISAs, what they are, the different types, and which one is the best for you. But before we do that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Right, let's get back into the video. Now, everyone always makes this so difficult to understand. When I first heard about it, I was scratching my head, trying to absorb all this information, and I was just wishing that someone would come along and make it easier. That's why I'm here to help. It is as simple as this. An ISA stands for an individual savings account. This is an account in which you never have to pay tax on. Now, who wouldn't want that? It means more money in our pockets rather than anyone else's. Win-win. Win-win for us anyway. Now, there is a downside to an ISA, which is that in any given year, you can only save or invest up to £20,000. But if you're a beginner, this isn't really an issue, and it's not like you have 20 grand just lying around. You're not Kanye. Now, the first type of ISA that we're going to be talking about is the cash ISA. This ISA in particular is used for holding cash, well, obviously. But the criteria for using this ISA is that you have to be 16 years of age or older to actually open the account. And the benefit of this is you will not be taxed on any interest on the deposit that you make. Now, there are usually 4 different types of cash ISAs, but all you need to know is that the longer your funds are stored away, the higher the interest rate you get. There are different options for when it comes to withdrawing your money from a cash ISA. These range from an instant cash ISA, which means you can literally take your money out whenever you want, or a fixed term ISA, which means you can withdraw your money within a 5 to 10 year range. This all depends on what you want to do with your money. Just remember, the longer your money is in the ISA, the higher the interest rate will be. If you check the description below, I'll leave a link to a site which explains the different types of cash ISAs, as I won't be doing it here. Personally, I would only use a cash ISA for short to mid-term, but this form of ISA is great for those types of people who have difficulty saving. Just make sure to shop around, as different banks give better rates than others. The second type of ISA is a stocks and shares ISA. This is my favourite, as you don't pay any tax on any income in the form of dividends. And if you sell shares, you pay no capital gains tax. A dividend is the profits of a company that is given to its shareholder. The tax on dividends in the UK is that you can get £2,000 worth of tax-free dividends because of the dividends allowance, but then after that it can go from 7.8 to a huge 38.1%. Now, capital gains is the profits earned from the sale of an asset which has increased over a period of time. An example of this would be like your shares. Every year, each person gets £12,300 worth of free capital gains. But after this, the lower tax rate payers have to pay 10%, and then the higher tax rate payers have to pay 20%. Overall, with stocks and share ISAs, you can only contribute to one stocks and share ISA over the year with one provider. You also have to be over 18, and you can only contribute up to the maximum of £20,000. And the options to invest within stocks and shares ISA is obviously stocks and shares, funds, ETF, corporate bonds, government bonds, and unit trusts. Just remember, there are risks when investing, and not all gains are guaranteed. But to decrease the risk that is involved, just buy and hold, as the longer you're in the market, the better the results. And I do suggest opening a stocks and share ISA with either Vanguard or Hargreaves Lansdown. I think that's how you say it. It's a bit of a tongue twister for me, but that is because they have the lowest rates. Personally, I use Vanguard as the fees are cheaper than anywhere else. The next ISA we're going to be talking about is the innovative ISA. This ISA is similar to the stocks and shares ISA in that it only has a maximum of £20,000 per year. You have to be 18 and older to actually open one of these ISAs. This form of ISA also involves peer-to-peer lending, which basically cuts out the banks, and it's literally, as stated, an individual giving money to another individual. And it is instant access, so you can take out your money whenever you want. This can be seen as riskier than some of the other ISAs, as it hasn't been around for as long, so the returns are unable to be tracked, but the rates are higher. So high risk, high reward. Just be careful and make sure to do your due diligence, and that means basically do your research. Right, so the last ISA we're going to be discussing is the lifetime ISA. This ISA was created to help young people with retirement. The requirements for this is you have to be over the age of 18 but under the age of 40 to open the account. You can only contribute a maximum of £4,000, and you can't contribute to it after the age of 50. But there is a major perk in which the government will top up whatever you put into the ISA by 25%. With this ISA, you can only access the money if unfortunately you become terminally ill, you're about to buy your first home, or if you reach the ripe age of 60. If you do decide to withdraw your money, there is a 25% charge. So I don't recommend doing that. Just don't take out your money early. Just think of your future. Look, if it was me and I opened this ISA, I'd just treat it as a pension fund, unless you go in for a house. But there are terms to actually taking your money out if you are going for your first home. So these are that it can't be over £450,000. You have to use a solicitor to make the purchase. You can't use cash, you have to use a mortgage, so you can't just buy it outright. You have to have the ISA open for 12 months. So to summarise, don't just have cash, put it in an ISA just to avoid that dirty little tax man. I'm Chris, and thanks for coming to my channel. Peace.